Welcome to Beyond the Scoreline. Hello, it has been a few days. We are back here on a Thursday because this is a special episode. I'm here with Harry.
Hello.
And Adonis. It's the original trio.
We're back.
We are back and we are
so
rolling.
back.
And this is really one which
It's an add-on, isn't it? Really?
It's really an add-on
Yeah,
because
nice little extra episode.
we ran out of time on Monday to look at this weekend and the fixtures coming up this weekend. So we're going to do that, and Champions League has been played. And also, Monday night's fixture, West Ham, Newcastle, so we can talk about that for a bit as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No top 5 tonight
No.
because, as we said, it's a bonus episode, so only on Mondays.
Exactly. We should probably just start with West Ham, Newcastle. Obviously, West Ham pulled a shock 2-0 win
Yeah,
out.
I don't think anybody expected it, really, did they? Especially not keep a clean sheet. They were quite.
No, I thought Newcastle would demolish West Ham, to be honest.
Yeah, I had it well. I thought that West Ham would lose 4-1. So that's as much as you do. But Newcastle are a very inconsistent team, especially results-wise. They beat the bigger teams, lose to the smaller teams. And then, now to 10th now. A couple points off United, a couple points off them now. And it's a tricky one for Eddie Howe, but I think if anyone can pick it up, it'll be Newcastle.
He's the manager I'd have if I was in this sort of form with Newcastle. I would want to get out of this form.
yeah.
I think he's just that quality of a manager. And they're not even that. They're only 10th, so...
Yeah, it's not that
It's not
season
dire
defyingly
yet.
bad.
It's not dire yet.
They're okay.
I mean, it was a great win for West Ham because that pushes them 4 points clear from 15th in Everton as well. So,
Yep.
And they needed the confidence boost as well because they've been in poor form the start of the season as well.
That game is the best I've seen West Ham play. I only managed to watch the first half.
Well, they played well against United when they got the win.
Yeah, they just got really lucky in that game.
Yeah,
But-
and United played poorly.
Yeah, and United could have been 5-0 up in the first half. But West Ham actually looked like they were going to win that game as soon as the ball was kicked. So, yeah, it's impressive for West Ham. Lopetegui now probably going to keep his job for a little bit longer. I just don't think he's the right man still for for West Ham.
I see him lasting the season though. I don't think he'll get sacked this season.
He'll get sacked. He'll probably go by Feb. He'll be gone. There's much better out there.
I didn't have money on Steve Cooper getting sacked though, and now obviously Ruud van Nistelrooy is your manager. How do you feel about that, Harry?
Well, we can't step too far because it's not confirmed yet.
But it's been on a here we go.
It's pretty much likely
it's
he'll
looking
be
very
the man.
likely.
I thought it was confirmed at
No,
this
it's
point.
Fabrizio Romano has tweeted.
So it's confirmed.
It's about there.
We've got the tweet of approval.
No, it'll be a great appointment for us. Hopefully, he's already beaten us twice this season with Man United, so hopefully he can identify some of the issues that we've had so far this season and try and fix them, because
You've had a lot of them.
we have, and Steve Cooper could identify them but didn't do anything with them, so hopefully Van Nistelrooy can
Steve
change
Cooper, obviously with Nottingham last season, got sacked from Nottingham Forest in the same similar situation.
Yeah.
So it could be inevitable that Steve Cooper's just not built for the Premier League. I know that's a big thing to say, but you have to look at it now that it's two lower league Prem sides that he's been sacked from.
Yeah, but it's a tricky one because he did really well with Forest in that season at keeping them up, and now look where they are now. They're flying. I know they've just lost 3-0 to Arsenal, but yeah, they're doing really well. So I mean, it didn't work out. 12 Premier League games, 2 wins.
He kept you out of the relegation zone.
He has so far, but yeah, we're 16th in the league.
But for a team like you do not want to be down there in the first place.
No,
struggling.
I mean, we're 1 point off relegation. We haven't got an easy run of games, especially we've got Brentford away and then West Ham at home, and obviously we've seen what West Ham can do away from home, as we saw in Newcastle. So,
I think that you're going to be just fine. I honestly think you stay up now. I rate Van Nistelrooy so highly. At PSV, he was unbelievable. Did a great shift.
Yeah, I hope so.
Then left a couple of games left to go in the season. He left and they kind of fell off. But obviously we've seen just a little bit of him at United. 2 wins against Leicester, win against PAOK, and then that draw against Chelsea. But I think he's built for the Premier League. I mean, there was rumours he was going to go to Coventry. I mean, that would have just been wasted potential.
Imagine you see the tweet Frank Lampard to Leicester.
Oh,
that would have.
Well, he may have been. Obviously, he's gone to Coventry now, which I think is a good fit for him. But because obviously he did well at Derby in the Championship. So I think it's a good fit there. But we could have had anyone. David Moyes was lurking. Graham Potter. I think Carlos Corberan, formerly of West Brom.
Still at West Brom.
Is he still at West Brom now?
Yep.
Oh, so there you go. We could have had anybody. Yeah. So I think Van Nistelrooy is probably top of the bunch.
I think he's the best one you can
Yeah.
get. Genuinely, he's such a top coach. I'm so annoyed because, well, not for Leicester. I don't mind Leicester, but the two managers I rate the highest, one's at United, and one again is at Leicester. But Leicester's the one I care about the most in United because obviously rivalry wise. But yeah, he's a top manager. I think you'll stay up. I think you'll be fine now.
Talking of managers, the question I'd like to ask you boys: which manager do you think's getting the sack next?
Ooh.
Because I personally believe it will be Gary O'Neill.
No,
I think
never.
Wolves have turned their form around.
They would have sacked him early in the season.
Well, they got 2 wins from 2 now, so I think Wolves are just going to be going up and up. I mean, they can only improve, can't they? But
also can get worse.
I don't think McKenna will get sacked from Ipswich. I think he's pretty solid.
He's already signed a 5-year contract now in the summer. He's too much of a long-term manager.
Who's the Southampton manager? What's his name?
Russell Martin.
Yeah,
he might be next.
I can see him being next.
If not him, Lopetegui.
Of West Ham?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Because that West Ham side looked totally different on Monday night.
Could a shout for Sean Dyche be put in?
There is a shout.
There is.
But then
Everton
again,
are doing okay. They've picked up. They're picking
Everton
up,
are where you
scratchy
expect
points.
to see Everton at the end of a season, though, struggling. I always expect now Everton to be bottom half of the table, unfortunately.
I think we were discussing on Monday quite a bit of how Everton are, they've always been that bottom,
they have
lurking
been
above the relegation zone, and they've got away with it.
In recent years, yes, but going back to just before lockdown, they were a team that you would expect top table, top half finishes.
I mean, they were in the Europa League.
I mean, they had
James years ago.
James Rodriguez, signings like that.
We were saying, this is what we were saying, weren't we?
Yes.
Lukaku, Morales, Leighton Baines, to name a few.
Shout out Leighton Baines, my guy.
What an underrated player.
What a baller.
But no, I think I want to say okay, let's do this now then. Which 3 do you think will go down now after we've seen
Southampton? Southampton are bottom, pushing my agenda. I think, this is in no particular order, by the way. Ipswich, I think, will go down. Unfortunately, I think they'll be the Luton of this season. Everyone wants them to stay up, and unfortunately, they'll go down. Oh,
this.
Yeah,
so
it's the third team.
He's saying 20th Southampton, 19th Ipswich.
No, in no particular order,
Okay.
but I think Southampton will be 20th.
No particular order.
Do you think Southampton will get any more points?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they're bound to get points.
I don't want them to get more than 11.
Surely they get points.
I don't want them
point.
to get more than 11. Can I see Palace going down?
I think I was going to say the exact 3.
You think it's the bottom 3 currently?
I think it's going to be the bottom 3 in that order. Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to predict a shock. I think Wolves will go down.
Do you think?
I'm going to predict an even bigger shock. I think Southampton, Ipswich, I agree with, and Everton will be 18th.
Ooh.
So Palace survive?
Last day of the season, that'll happen.
Oh, I don't know, because Palace are
way too good to go down.
But Palace are struggling.
So I know you've not seen obviously Van Nistelrooy's first game with Leicester, if he is appointed, which is
more than likely.
More than likely. Where do you think Leicester will end up if we keep him
15th?
Yeah, about 15th, 16th.
So we're still going to be bottom half.
I think you'll be bottom half, but you'll be safe and comfortable. You won't have to worry about it, I don't think.
You're not going to be a team that I would expect on final day to be fighting.
No.
Well, yeah, that's what we can hope.
It'll be between Palace, Wolves, and Everton on 18th.
Oh, imagine they're all tied on points going into the final game of the season.
It's so good.
I think it's going to be a good final day this year because the teams at the bottom are all so close.
Well, put it this way: there's not going to be a fight at the top of the table. I don't think.
Unless Liverpool have a dramatic fall off. No.
Unless every player in Liverpool starting 11 get injured.
There's no. Yeah.
I think they've won the Prem.
It's again, November's way too early to tell.
Yeah.
But and
but
we've
based off 12 games.
But based off now, yes, you'd be stupid to not go for Liverpool. But do we want to move on to the preview for this?
Yeah, let's go on.
Or should we have a quick look at the Champions League?
Sure, mate.
We can do.
Not that.
We can start with the Aston Villa game. Let's start with that because me and Adonis have been quite vocal on Twitter about this game.
We're going to start with Man City Feyenoord. Because what a game that
was.
Oh,
yeah, okay, yeah. Tuesday night fixture.
Up the Spurs. No, what? Up the top, up the Man City.
You've got to hand it to Feyenoord, Being 3-0 down at
and against the City side, which looked rejuvenated after the 3 goals.
After 53 minutes, they were 3-0 down Feyenoord away, and
it just
to grab 3 goals.
I mean,
in
our
15
final goal. Edison has a hooner.
Yeah,
he runs out of the box.
I stick by the opinion that if Edison was in any other team, he'd be an awful goalkeeper. He is not a good goalkeeper.
He's protected by his defenders.
He's lucky he's got a good defense.
I've never rated
He's
Edison.
not a good shot stopper. He's very inconsistent when it comes to passing out by the back. He's genuinely. I've got an agenda here, and
I've got the top 5 for Monday.
No,
top 5 most overrated players in the Premier League.
Well, there you go. He's one. But no, for Feyenoord, it's an incredible result. When I first saw this game, I saw Haaland 1-0. I thought that's it.
Imagine they'd scored 4. Just imagine.
Well, they had a really good chance in the first half to make it 1-1, and they fluffed their lines. But when I saw it went 3-0, I thought, well, there you go, game over. Pep's back to.
I thought the exact, because we were obviously going to our 6-side game, shout out 6-side, and
those whose blokes, by the way.
Yeah,
not
producers blokes.
First win of the season as well. We turn up and they're 3-0 down, and we're like, oh my. And then we look again, it's 3-3. Man City have clawed absolute wonders. Like, Feyenoord are just, fair play to them.
Feyenoord have had quite a good season in the Eredivisie. They're sitting in 4th, a point behind Ajax. Only lost 1 game, but...
Who's top, PSV?
Yeah, they always are.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad team. What was a bit confusing when I first saw the lineup was that Santiago Jimenez wasn't playing. He was on the bench. It's a bit random one, considering last season he was a top scorer, and West Ham wanted him this summer as well. 26 goals last season, 23 the season before. Only 5 starts and comes off the bench, scores 3-2, and then David Hanko, who I rate very highly as well, at the back, gets his 2nd goal of the season, and then what a massive one that is for Feyenoord.
More massive is it keeps Man City in the playoff positions of the
so
Champions League. They do not get their automatics.
Obviously, there's still 2 games to go.
There is still 3 games to go.
There are 2 games they've got left. It's PSG and Juve.
No, 3. Yeah. They've played 5. They've got 3 left.
3. They've got PSG, Juve in there, and they've got
Juve will be an easy one.
Club Brugge.
Juve will be an easy one for them.
I think they'll beat Juve, but
I mean, and that brings us nicely onto Aston Villa last night.
Let's just skip Arsenal on Tuesday, shall we?
Good.
Yep.
Cheers, boys.
No, I just want to shout out though. Tuesday night there was some banging scores. You know,
I mean, 6-0.
Atletico Madrid won 6-0 at Sparta Prague. Barcelona beat Brest 3-0. Bayer Leverkusen beat Salzburg 5-0. Bayern Munich nicked it against PSG. Inter Milan nicked it against RB Leipzig. Obviously, you had the 3-3 between City and Feyenoord. Atalanta beat Young Boys 6-1. Every game was almost.
I feel so bad for Brest. They're quite small, and they've come into this competition, and fair play to Brest. They've been playing well.
Look, they're 11th. They've got 10 points.
Yeah,
it's more than you can ask.
But losing 3-0 to Barcelona, I mean, it's just the away day
Barcelona
for the fans.
Right now,
it's an away day for the fans, isn't it?
Barcelona right now are one of the best teams in Europe, if not the best team in Europe.
You've got to enjoy these moments because you're not going to get them again.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they might do. They might get these moments again, but you can't take them for granted. And I think for the fans, it's just an incredible... To go to Camp Nou is just an incredible experience for the fans. So
quickly, I am going to touch on Arsenal.
Yeah,
I can't believe the Arsenal score.
5-1 away to Sporting.
What? Yeah. Well, I can because Sporting don't have a manager.
They do. He just can't manage in the UEFA Champions League because he needs a license for that, and he hasn't got his license. So he sat on the bench watching. But I was very, I wouldn't say optimistic going into this game. I was very pessimistic, if anything, because obviously what we saw Sporting do to Man City 4-1, I was right, great. They haven't lost a home game in over a year until we rocked up, and the way we played in that first half was literally the best way I could put it. It was men against boys. They did not lay a glove on us in that first half. We were playing on the 6-yard box, playing with the ball. Saka, Timber, and Odegaard were literally just toying with them. Odegaard being back, such a massive boost as well for us. We looked so much better creatively. But funnily enough, he wasn't even our most creative player on the pitch. It was Timber, who got his first assist of Champions League season as well. But yeah, Gabriel hitting the mask celebration on Gyökeres's backyard, that made me laugh. But I think, it's a very impressive result for us now, coming off the back of really poor form.
Yeah.
And we're is it 7th in the Champions League now?
Yeah.
And
we've got 8th.
we've got some easy games coming up now in the Emirates. At the Emirates as
You
well.
are 7th because
You are
Monaco's below you.
7th. All right, there we go. We've got. Let me have a look. We've got Monaco at home. That'll be a tough one. Zagreb at home, and then Girona away to finish off our.
I mean, saying you're 7th is understating the fact that from 6th down to 12th we're all joint on points.
Yeah. So this Champions League season again is very competitive, but to go to Sporting.
I
and
mean,
to
again,
go to
there's a clear top team.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say I saw some stuff from Arsenal fans on Twitter about Gyökeres, and one person on AFTV thinking that he's not even Championship ready.
Oh.
Stupid, completely. Just because Saliba and Gabriel locked them up, one of the best defensive partnerships in world football at the moment. It's not going to be the easiest thing. I mean, Gyökeres got past Kivior like he was ice and hit the post, but when you're up against Saliba and Gabriel, I know you're about to chip in here and say they're not. They're one of the best.
I'm holding my tongue.
When they're together.
I'm holding my tongue.
When they're together, one of the best and one of the strongest, most physical.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm just saying they're not the best.
No, I said it's one of the.
Yeah.
Maybe in the top 5, but Gyökeres is definitely Premier League ready, and I wouldn't sign him for us. I would rather Isak.
Ipswich.
No, God no. Everyone won't have the money. I can see United getting him. Maybe a Chelsea.
Yeah, but
United
get
need
everyone.
him. United need him though.
Amarim will do everything he can
United
to get him in.
haven't got,
Let's be honest. But
Amarim's got that
that's
way
right,
as well that even if they spend that money, he can convince the players because he's worked with them.
exactly.
He'll have that same relationship like Ten Hag had with the Ajax players.
Yep.
And we saw how well that turned out for Ten Hag. So.
Unlucky, mate. But just to finish off Champions League, Mbappe's washed and Liverpool beat Real Madrid 2-0.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, well, the Villa is just a goal. The goal is a 50-50.
I think
It's never
a foul. Ever.
I think they were unlucky, Villa.
It should have been
They're
1-0.
very
It should have been 1-0.
They defended so well, but
not Ajax.
I think
Juventus got lucky.
both teams. You know,
It was a deserved draw. It was a deserved draw.
Yeah, but
Good point.
But there is no deserving in football, as our mate Kaha says.
yeah, but
that's another
Liverpool
week,
on
There
his
you
slot. At Anfield. Mbappe missing the penalty. Salah also missed a penalty. Mendy got absolutely spun by Salah. Did you see it? Oh my God, that is embarrassing. But Liverpool just look like the real deal.
And they
Everywhere
have done
they
all
go.
season.
Yeah, even everywhere.
I predicted Madrid would win the Champions League at the start of this.
They are now.
I'd like to reinstate. I think Liverpool will win everything this season.
They're 2 points. Real Madrid are 2 points off dropping out of even the qualifying.
What is it? What's the highest amount of trophies Liverpool can win? 4?
4, yeah, quadruple.
I think they'll do because you can technically win 5 in a season. So you can win the Community Shield as well.
They weren't involved.
But they weren't involved. So 4's the highest they can win this season.
Do you think they'll win the Prem, EFL Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League?
Are they still in the other 2 competitions?
Yes.
Then yes.
Well,
if they won the.
If they won a
Champions
quadruple,
League, they could win the Super Cup as well. So they could.
They can.
Right.
They could.
Is that not
if they win 5 trophies with Arnie Slot on their first season, I quit football.
Is the Super Cup not technically at the start of next season?
Yes.
Yeah, so they would have had to win it this season, but obviously they weren't in.
Yeah, so out of the 4 competitions they can win, I think they'll win all 4.
If they win a quadruple, that even Klopp couldn't do that. If Slot can do that in his first season, I quit football.
Wait, who won the Community Shield?
And we heard
United.
it.
Yeah.
Because that went to penalties.
Speaking of United, shout out to Fergie time. Man United faced Bodo Glimt tonight.
Yeah.
Good luck, mate.
In the Europa League.
And I think that's a nice little move on to the Premier League now.
Yep.
Yeah,
let's move on to the Prem.
Sorry, Spurs fans.
Who cares? Who cares?
You're probably going to lose against Roma anyway. So
right.
Come on, Roma.
On to the Friday night football of the Premier League.
Brighton, Southampton.
The best league in the world. After League
can
2.
you write? Do you want him to write us down, or have you already
write
written
mine down, mate?
I'll write yours and mine. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's do this. So
right, let's start with.
I'm actually looking forward to football this weekend.
Why? Colchester got a 12:30 kickoff, haven't they?
There's 12:30 kickoff against Fleetwood.
Go on, speak quickly against Colchester.
Charlie Adam.
We've got a win on the board finally after many months. We deserved the win. I think locker room looks happy. Obviously, we sent out a few promotional videos this weekend, which was very good. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I mean, it's Fleetwood. I'm not expecting a win. I'm expecting a draw. As is most games, I wasn't expecting a win this weekend, to be honest. So, look, we stay positive. it's 3 points last weekend, 3 points this weekend, maybe a point. We take what we get. We move on to the Tuesday game against Swindon, and yeah, that's all I can ask for, really. No arguing today. No angriness. No.
No. We're all good.
We're in a good mood today.
We're in a very good mood today.
So Brighton, Southampton. What do you reckon, boys? As I write down my predictions.
I am going. Yeah, I think Brighton have it in the bag, don't they? I think we can all agree. I know what Harry's gonna say.
It's that that
Go on, Harry,
7-0 Brighton.
I just think it'll be a clean 2-0 Brighton. I don't think it'll be a
Fair enough.
smashing.
I've gone 3-1.
You think Southampton will pop a goal?
I think Southampton will get one. Yeah, I mean they got 2 against Liverpool, didn't they? So
they did. I'm gonna go for 3-1 as well. Very nice and easy. Brighton are the real deal. Southampton are a mess. So there you go.
Yeah, agreed.
Moving on to the Premier League.
This one
Saturday
is going to Harry because this is Brentford versus Leicester City. What could be Ruud van Nistelrooy's first game in charge of the Foxes?
I do hope so. I mean,
what do you reckon, Harry?
He's not going to have long to prepare.
No. What do we reckon?
I mean, if we still had Cooper, I'd go 1-0 Brentford. But if we do get Van Nistelrooy, my heart is saying 1-0, but my head's saying 2-1. So I'm going with 2-1 Leicester. I think we'll win.
All right, why not?
I'm feeling positive this weekend.
Not?
So I've gone 2-1 Leicester.
Harry?
2-0 Brent.
2-0 Brentford?
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I haven't.
Yeah, that's all right, mate.
I think just from the fact of timing wise, if Van Nistelrooy does come in, he's not going to have long to set that team up, and I think Brentford are in good form.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's a good point.
Right. I think Van Nistelrooy we're saying if he's in. I don't think that there will be a new manager bounce. Won't be enough for a win, but I think they'll draw. I'm going for a 2-2. Brentford are very good at their own ground.
They are.
They've got a very good record at home. They've got the most points at home of any other team in the Prem.
Yeah.
So they are very strong and very fast starters as well. But I think if Van Nistelrooy is in, there'll be some sort of bounce, and I think Leicester will string a nice little draw here. Why not? Got to get some points off them at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Palace, Newcastle.
I'll start with this one. 2-0, 2-1 Palace.
You think Palace will win?
Yep. I think I've predicted them to win like 3 weeks in a row now, and they've won one game. But I think Newcastle are now in a bit of a strut. When they lose, they don't go on to win the next game. They don't bounce back. I don't know what that mentality is, but they seem to lose a couple on the trot before they come back to life and they beat a big team. I think Palace now, obviously, they want to prove themselves and to prove that they've got the quality to stay up in the Prem. So I think that they more than likely will win this game. Not by a fine margin, maybe a late winner, but I think Mateta will probably be the deciding factor in this game, or Nketiah.
I don't think either team win this game. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Solid.
I just think that Newcastle aren't in great form. Palace are a 50-50 side at the moment, but I do think it will just be a draw.
See, I disagree with both of you. I think Newcastle will win this by 2-0.
And you might look like the smartest man out of the three of us.
I do hope so. No, I think that 2-0 loss to West Ham, they're going to wake up the next day and be like, right, we've got to forget about this. We're Newcastle, we were in the Champions League last season. So, yeah, I think Newcastle will win this. Palace are lurking down at the bottom of the table. It's got to be a win for Newcastle if they want to, stay up there.
Fair.
Fight for Europe.
Forest, Ipswich. I will start us off. I think it'll be a close game because Forest have just been demolished by Arsenal.
Yeah, no, but by a very well drilled Arsenal.
But they'd
side,
lost
though.
the week before as well, so they're on 2 losses in a row.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll win the game.
I feel like you're looking at my prediction.
I've looked at your prediction. I've looked at your prediction. I'm not going anywhere near it. I think it'll be a 2-1. I think it'll be 2-1 Forest.
Okay.
But I do think Ipswich will score. And
He's gone for an Ipswich win, hasn't he?
No. So I've gone for a 3-0
He's
Forest.
gone for 3-0 Forest.
Jesus.
I think Forest.
I do not agree.
This is the comeback game for Forest.
I agree they'll win. I just don't agree they'll demolish Ipswich like that. I think Ipswich will have the defensive awareness and Delap will score.
I'm going for a 1-1.
Yeah, fair.
Plain and simple. I think
safe.
I think Ipswich have good little momentum now. They look really, really strong against United. Obviously beat Tottenham just before the international break.
Yeah.
And I think they'll carry that form into Forest. I mean, maybe the luck will run out, but I think Forest will want some points. Ipswich are going to go out there and leave it all out there. So I think safe 1-1 is probably the best option.
Yeah, fair enough. Right.
West Ham Arsenal.
West Ham.
No,
Arsenal.
no. Wolves
Oh
Bournemouth.
yeah, sorry, Wolves. Bournemouth.
Gary O'Neill going back to his former club, coaching. 2-1 Wolves. Bournemouth always lose to the small teams and the weak teams, and I think they'll lose again. Wolves are in too good a form now.
Yeah, I think Wolves are picking up form each game they play now. Obviously that last time out 4-1 against Fulham. I think they're going to win 3-0 against Bournemouth.
So I also think Wolves will win. I think it'll be 2-0 Wolves. I have no.
So
hope
we've
for
all swung the way of Wolves.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Bournemouth will now win.
Moving on to the 5:30.
Yep.
West Ham Arsenal, and we'll start with the Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I'm confident for this game. Last season we played them here. We won 6-0, and we played really, really well.
Did you actually?
Yep. We had 4 goals in the first half. Saka then scored, and then Rice scored a screamer. But I think it won't be the same. I am going to go for a 4-0 though. After what I've seen midweek against Sporting, away from home, what I saw with Forest at home, it looks like an Arsenal team that now likes to score goals and to play good football. So I think West Ham are in for a bit of a reality shock again, and this will take us before City play. It will take us a second.
I'm going to strongly disagree with you. I think West Ham have come off a brilliant result away at Newcastle, and I think they'll continue this good form. I think it'll be tight. I'm going to go over 2-1 Arsenal, but
okay.
I feel like it could go either way. I feel like it'll be 1-1 for a while, and I feel like Arsenal will nick it at the end.
Go on, rip the band-aid off, Harry.
His little smile.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to flip the other way, and I'm going to have the complete opposite of Harry in 2-1 West Ham.
Okay.
I think this has to be... is it Shock of the Weekend? What's on Sunday? Ooh, is it going to be Shock of the Weekend with those fixtures?
No.
I don't think it's going to be Shock of the Weekend.
They're not winning.
But
It's simple as that.
I think West Ham will pull a shock.
No chance.
But it won't be Shock of the Weekend.
They are
because there's a game
crap.
on this side that
They are absolutely awful.
There's a
They've
game-
been lucky.
No.
They're lucky that they played
Yeah,
Newcastle.
okay.
I know what game
And
he's
played
thinking
well.
of to be shock of the weekend. I already know.
Yeah, I think
which
we're
one.
thinking of the same one.
Yeah.
Is it the... Well, we'll get onto
We'll
that.
get onto it. We'll get onto it. Right.
It might not be what
On
you're
to
thinking of.
Super Sunday. All the big teams play on Sunday.
Yeah.
Apart from Arsenal, obviously they play on Saturday, but
And Leicester.
and Colchester. So
Oh yeah, it's
we have.
before we move on to the Sunday, it is FA Cup weekend, by the way.
It is
Yeah, it is.
good. Okay, we're starting with the FA Cup. That's nice.
Well, I'm not going to say anything on it.
Yeah.
So I just
let us
wanted
know
to
it's
I
that.
just wanted
Good.
to let our fans know that it is FA Cup weekend.
I think they know. I think.
Well,
Who knows?
they
My
might
mum
not.
might not. know.
Wealdstone play
Who knows?
Wickham. That's nice.
Right. Anyway, Chelsea, Aston Villa. Harry. There's 2 Harrys here. Harry,
Which
Leicester,
one?
Harry.
I'll start. Yeah, I think it's going to be probably one of the games of the weekend. Villa draw against Juventus. They're going to feel robbed.
That's 7 without a win now for them as well. By the way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another tight game. I think both teams will score, but I think Chelsea. I don't want to say they're playing well because they should be with
Because
the team
they
they've
are.
got, and
No.
they are playing well. But they should be, like I said. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I haven't got much to say on it because I don't like either teams because they've both beaten us this season.
I agree with you. I
Fair.
think Chelsea will make it 8 without a win for Villa. I just don't agree with the scoreline. I think it'll be 3-2. I think it'll be a very high energy, quick goal game, and I think it'll be 3-2 because Chelsea leak goals. That's
Yeah.
the one issue with Chelsea this season is they leak goals.
Yeah.
They do indeed. I also went for the 3-1 Chelsea. They're
I
always going to
went-
score.
I
They're
went
always going to
3-2,
concede.
not
Oh, you went
3-1.
3-2.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going for a 3-1. Villa just look very flat at the moment. Not sure if that's just because they have no momentum, but they just don't look great. So, no, I'm not even going to say that. The Blues will win.
United Everton, and I'll start us off, boys.
All right.
I think
Alright.
United will win.
So do
I think it will be a 2-0 United win.
Solid. There we go.
I think
Amarin's first win.
Amarin's first game, he's had time to think of a formation, get to know his players. I'm going 3-0 United. I think Everton will stand no chance.
Solid. I'm going 2-1. I think Everton might just get a lucky 92nd minute goal or something like that. They always seem to score late, so why not? But yeah, I think we're all unanimous that.
No, I need
I think-
seconds.
I think this is his shock of the weekend. This
I
game.
think this also might be mine, but
I think Fulham win this game.
I also think Fulham win this game.
I think Fulham win.
Fulham are in incredible
So
form.
Tottenham versus Fulham.
I think Fulham win, and I don't think it's a close. I think it's 3-1.
This
Fulham.
is why, right? This is why. Vicario's out for months. He broke his ankle against the City game, and now Fraser Forster's in goal. They're not signing another keeper. Fraser Forster's going to be in goal for months. They are screwed.
I think it's 3-1
They're done
Fulham.
for.
I'm putting 3-1 Fulham.
I've
right
gone 2-0
there.
Spurs. I think they've got enough threat up front to, all you need to do is score more goals than your opponent. You've won a game. So
Cheers, Jeff.
Fair enough.
it doesn't matter about the defence as long as you can put more balls in the back of the
That's
net.
something
Did you
Socrates
say
would have
3-1
said.
Fulham?
Yeah, 3-1 Fulham.
And I've gone 2-0 Spurs. I think.
I'm
Spurs
going
got it.
2-1 Fulham. Nice and easy.
Wow.
Why not?
Moving on to the biggest game of the weekend.
Final game and the biggest.
First versus second in the league. Although there's quite a points gap between them. It's Liverpool versus City.
I think it's gonna be a goal fest.
I
I think it's gonna be one of
I
the
think it-
traditional half-full games.
I think it's going to be one of those games which can go one of two ways. It can either be a incredibly close game where Liverpool pip them, or Liverpool can absolutely batter them. And I'm leaning towards the second option of Liverpool absolutely battering City, and I'm going to predict 5-1.
Jesus
Christ.
I think Man City do not stand a chance.
I would. I was going to say.
I'd love to get that prediction.
I was going to
but
say.
know it's
I
not gonna
would
happen.
love for City to lose, but it's the fact that then Liverpool get more points, but we go second, so it's a win.
You're not winning the league, so take second.
No. I want to be above Man City. That's my thing.
Oh, I want Man City.
We're not going to win the league. I'm convinced.
Well-
No one's going to win the league bar Liverpool.
Can I just say this poor form is also so happy for me because they are under investigation for financial fair play in a month's time.
Who?
I think the court case starts
Man
next
City?
month for Man City.
Yeah, apparently it's not meant to end until the end of the season.
No,
so,
I heard something that it would end before Easter.
who knows? I saw one from the Telegraph saying that they won't.
I saw
Right,
something at the start. I mean, it was at the start of the season, so everything can change in that.
Yeah.
Well, I think
what do you
Liverpool
think?
are going to win 3-2. I think it's going to be like a goal fest, like I said. I think it's going to be like a 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, and then Liverpool get nick one at the end. Obviously, it'll be a cracking win for Liverpool, but yeah. So there's the predictions. Hopefully, we can get a bit more than we did last week. 'cause
Hang on.
I don't think any of us got a prediction last week, did we?
I can check, but let me say mine. 3-3. Goal
What?
fest.
You think they're gonna
Liverpool,
drop-
Liverpool, Man City always ends in a draw. It's going to end in a draw.
Nah.
The last
I'm
4 years.
sorry,
it's
you're
ended in a draw.
wrong.
I
You're
strongly
so
disagree. I
wrong.
think
3-3.
I
Liverpool
think-
have got it.
Liverpool have won this game.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have got it.
I hope not. But let me have a look at the Premier predictions. No. Yeah, I got Bournemouth, Brighton right. It was 2. No, I didn't. They lost. Villa Palace is what I got right. 2-2.
Oh, well done, mate.
What else?
I didn't get any right. I had a stinker.
Fulham Wolves. Harry predicted the Wolves win.
I had one of those weekends where I didn't look.
I meant to Wolves win, but I didn't predict 4-1.
I didn't look at the.
No, he predicted 2-1.
I didn't look at the Premier League this weekend, so I actually I'm so glad I wasn't there on Monday because I actually had no clue what had happened.
Yeah, only one. I got one right, and Harry.
As you can see,
predicted
Harry
Wolves,
prepares.
But
I was at home this weekend. Give me a break.
that's our rundown, isn't it, guys?
That's our rundown. That's our bonus episode.
So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will make sure to follow us on Instagram, and we will see you on Monday.
We will have a special guest, but you will not know who it is because we have no idea either.
Yeah. In a bit, boys.
See you in a bit.